Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking every single card in the brand new Heat Check set from worst to best here in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM. This is a drop that is very clearly differentiated, I would say. There's 4, maybe 5 good cards in this set, and then everybody else pretty much sucks, to be totally honest. It's pretty clearly differentiated set, and 2K was clear about that today, but there are some guys that I think a lot of people will be targeting, and we'll get to those players later on in this video. So, with that being said, before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. My team's kind of dead right now. They've really not done well as of late with content, and people are definitely not enjoying the mode and are bored of it, but I'm sticking with it. I hope things are going to get a little better. We'll see. I appreciate y'all's support nonetheless. That being said, we have at number 11, the worst card in today's drop, actually Pink Diamond Becky Hammond. She's 5'6" with a 5'8" wingspan. I understand she's a pink diamond. She's Muggsy Bogues, and she can't dunk. She can't defend. No, just no. 5'6" point guard, it's a no-go. I don't care that she's a pink diamond. She is the worst card in today's drop, in my opinion. The second worst card in today's drop is not actually a WNBA player, though. With IT being 5'9", it's not that much of a difference there. No defense whatsoever for Isaiah. Honestly, is he better than Becky Hammond? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna go with my gut and say because he's 3 inches taller and looks to have slightly better SIGs. I don't know what WNBA jumper she has, but I doubt it's that great. I'm gonna go with IT as the better card because of the additional couple inches of height and the fact that he has a couple of decent SIGs. That being said, still very, very bad. Next up is Chamique Holdsclaw. If this card wasn't 6'2" at small forward, she'd actually be pretty good because, I mean, she is a fast, okay defensive small forward, is a good shooter, but 70 driving dunk, not ideal. 6'2", not ideal. And another WNBA release, which realistically probably not ideal, and then basic SIGs as well. I mean, this card still is very, very bad. Another not good at all card that is very clearly not worth picking up in my team. It's interesting how this entire lower half of this list is exactly that. Next up is a Quentin Grimes, who has a terrible jumper that is on slow, so that kills him because on paper he's actually pretty good. Stat and badge wise, he's not bad. But he's a 6'4" shooting guard, so he's not big at his position, and then his jumper is absolutely terrible. So not only is he a 6'4" dude who's undersized his position, but he also has a bad jump shot. In my opinion, that makes him overall a bad card too, and again puts him towards the bottom of this list. Next up is Azura Stevens, 6'6", 6'8" wingspan, 80 speed, 93.3, 87 interior, 70 driving dunk. Honestly, 6'6" power forward, it's small, but it's not ungodly small. She has Hoff Limitless, Hoff set shot. If she was a little more physical, a little faster, I'd be a little more interested. 58 agility is an ideal for lateral movement. I don't think this card's actually going to be very good as an undersized power forward who's going to struggle laterally, but and all basic animations as well, pretty much, besides Sue Bird jumper, which I don't even know if it's good. That being said, she's probably better than all the cards we've looked at so far. Hoff Limitless, Hoff set shot. If the jumper's half decent, especially, she's the best card we've seen so far. And then we got the other Amethyst, Rashard Lewis, 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan. At least he's got some size at small forward. Can shoot well and dunk well. Unfortunately, his jumper is ugly and he's a bad defender, so he's still not a great card. He still has a bad shot. He's still a very underwhelming overall option, but I do think he is probably the best of the worst, I would say. I still wouldn't want to use this card. I still wouldn't recommend him. If he's on the court, I think he's going to be a liability for my opponents if I play against somebody using Rashard Lewis, but he's the most usable of the group that we've looked at so far, at least, from the bottom 6 cards in the drop, the 3 WNBA players and the 3 other Amethysts. Now, the other 5 cards on this list are actually pretty good. We'll start at number 5, Damian Lillard, who is awesome offensively, but a complete and utter liability defensively. 6'2" with a 6'8" wingspan, 92 3-ball, 87 speed, 85 driving dunk, but no defense whatsoever. The offensive badges are great. The offensive animations are great too. They gave Damian better behind the back this year. His drag back is super nice. His dribble style is good. His escape is good. And his fade isn't bad either. Going left doesn't create a lot of space, but going right, it's solid. His standstill jumper is super smooth and quick. I actually had a lot of fun using this card for gameplay. I thought he was really really good offensively. But defensively, he is as bad as it gets. He's literally Trae Young, maybe even a little bit worse. I don't even know if that's really possible, but he is atrociously terrible defensively. And so again, he's in the category, he's the one card in this drop that I think is in the in-between. Not actually a bad card, but also not a great card. If he was a little better defensively, I'd really be impressed with him, because offensively I love the card, but defensively he's just a complete liability. Number 4, Brook Lopez, the first truly legitimately good card in this drop. 7'1" with 7'5" wingspan. Yes, he's kind of slow, but 78 agility helps. 93 ball, a much better jumper than he's had the last 2 or 3 years, because that's been the thing about Brook Lopez the last 2 or 3 seasons of 2K, the last 2 or 3 years of my team. His jumper has been bad, and so it's always held back him and other cards that have that jump shot. This year, that's not nearly as much the case. It's still not the best jumper in the game, but it certainly is much improved from the way his jump shot has looked the last few years. And I think with that being a much improved aspect of him, he's much more of a threat with the offset shot, gold, deadeye, gold, limitless, all that type of stuff. Still a great post-up card, as well as a great interior defender as well. And again, 78 agility at 7'1". I think he's going to move his feet pretty well in the perimeter, 78 perimeter as well. Like, this card's not going to be a complete liability speed-wise as well. 67 speed is slow, and there will be moments in transition and stuff that might be a little annoying, but as a whole, I still think this is going to be a very good card who's not going to be a huge issue for you at all. Glenn Robinson is my number 3, 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan. A little tiny bit small at small forward, but he's, I mean, just extremely well-rounded. Great slasher, great shooter, and great defender. And honestly, when you look at badges, he's got 28 total base badges. That means he's only going to be missing 7 total badges, which float game, hook specialist, that's 2. Mini marksman post play, that's 4. You pick a couple of maybe 1 or 2 of these, that's 5 or 6, and then 2 defensive badges. He'll have everything else in the game. Like, he's going to be very, very complete, come with almost everything you possibly want on a small forward. The stats are very well rounded as well. And even the animations are nice. He's got Curry escape, Curry behind the back, pro escape, which I don't think is the best escape, but I think it's usable enough. Honestly, this card's going to be a pretty good shot creator as well at the small forward position, which is an interesting skill set for him, because it's not a guy who you think of as a scorer. But Glenn Robinson, because of having that Curry behind the back and a decent escape, is going to be a guy who can actually put the ball on the floor and be a legitimately solid scorer as well, which is surprising. It's never been the role he's had, but I mean, hey, I'm not complaining. Decent jumper, pretty good animations, well-rounded, can get to the rim at a high level. I think he's gonna be a really good card. I'm excited to try him out, see what he can do, and yeah, I think he is definitely the best of today's diamonds. Pink Diamond Carmelo is my number 2. He's not as good defensively as Glenn Rice is, but Glenn Robinson, I'm sorry, but offensively this card is awesome. 90 speed, 92.3, great sigs, great jumper, great fade. Was really, really impressed by Carmelo on the offensive end of the court earlier today. I think if you add the right badges defensively, things like Challenger, Interceptor, Off-Ball Pest, On-Ball Menace, Paint Patroller, Pick Dodger, 5 of those 6 probably would be the ones that I would want to add to him realistically. And if you get those badges on him, this card's really, really good. I mean, he is a little bit small, like I said, even with Glenn Robinson, and he could be a little better offensively still, but for what he is right now and the aspect of the game that we're in, he's one of the best small forwards in my team, and he's definitely the best offensively viable small forward in the game. So very good card, probably not worth the price tag, but number 2. And the number 1 is AD. I really like AD's jumper this year. Feels a little bit reworked from the last couple of years, which I am totally a fan of. 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan, 85 speed, 82.3, 90 standing and driving, 95 interior, 93 block. Really well-rounded card, gonna guard his butt off, finish at a high level, and his jumper's improved this year as well. I like AD a lot, man. I think he's a great card. I really wish he wasn't going to be like 1.7 million MT, because I would love to pick him up, but I just realistically don't think the price tag that AD's going to wind up settling at is going to be a price tag that's justifiable for me. I don't know that for sure, but my expectation is it's going to be all of my MT if it's even an amount of MT that I have. You know what I mean? As good as he is, it's just really expensive, you know what I mean? If pack odds were better, I would be so much more excited about guys like AD and Carmelo, because if they were 800K instead of 1.6 mil, I'd be a lot more interested in picking them up. You know what I mean? That's the honest truth. So with that being said, that's gonna do it for the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.